yo. Pull the plug on them. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I was listening to the interview with Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, and his dad with Mill City Boxing. Hey, yo, Mill City, my brother, I support you. But do a better job interviewing these people. Don't think of all, boy, all right? You be staying shut too much, all right? A little pushback won't hurt, okay? Well, don't worry about relationships, okay? You want to have relations with people that's going to keep it real, all right? Not to insult your intelligence while you interviewing them, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, Floyd Schofield Sr. Y'all already know what he was saying leading up to the fight with Shakur Stevenson early this year. The reason why they didn't make it to Saudi Arabia for the press conference or whatever, UK for the press conference, because somebody broke into their house and they ripped the passport. They didn't show no proof. Then they was bringing it to their house. They was pinching tires, the whole tires. They would run a car. They'll pinch tires again. They run a car. They pinch tires. The whole DEA, FBI ran up on them. Then, when they get out there to Saudi Arabia, somebody poisoned them. No proof of nothing, right? And me as support, if you're familiar with the channel, Punch Run Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, they know it. And people in this community know it. That I was the first one to support them in this community, pump them, right? Right? Supporting them, their build up, their come up. Davis Entertainment out Atlanta when they was with Freeway and all that stuff. Been supporting them since day one. Since they hit the scenes, not even on TV yet. Right? So I've been a supporter. But my support don't come with me swallowing my pride. My support does not come with me putting my intellect and my morals and principle in the background, all right? Just to support you as a fighter. No. They don't want to come over here to Punch Run Boxing. It's okay. Because it's better like that. Because I am not going to allow myself to be, my intelligence to be insulted. Now, if they want to go to Mill City and to go to this and go to Fight Hype and to go over there and let your intellect be insulted over there, do whatever y'all want to do it for the community, do it for the subscribers, the followers. But over here in Punch Run Boxing, ain't nobody going to insult my intelligence. I love Floyd Schofield Kid Austin. Love the kid. But I understand that if you give a little constructive criticism, Dad may say, hey, yo, F Punch Run Boxing, F this channel here, F this channel there, because they want to hold us accountable for something and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I was given the benefit of the doubt. And all I've stated was, show proof. Give the boxing world something so they can understand exactly what you're saying. But all of this and never show the proof. Passport, no proof. Or they got attorneys. We can't talk about it because we got attorneys and stuff like that. It's how you're ready. A la mierda, okay? We're no stupid over here. If you're not going to get it. And what? Okay, this is what I'm going to say. If you're not going to give no proof, don't talk about it at all. Especially in the world of boxing. Especially in the world of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, even with the injury, y'all already know that Jojo Diaz, Kid Austin is not going to be fighting. We seen in the interview, we seen Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin with the brace and stuff like that. I'm not knocking that, not me. I know there's going to be a lot of trolls that are going to be like, oh man, he injured, yo, you pulling out for the fight and stuff like that. In boxing, it's a very taxing sport. We were supposed to have a big event, October 25th in Las Vegas, Nevada, pay-per-view with Keith from Tom Thurman and Fundura, and Fundura got injured, right? But guess what Fundura did? He ain't saying nothing to the boxing world because you know how the boxing world is. He ain't showing no medical report. He ain't showing, you don't got no. Because even in the past, look what they did to Earl Spence. He had to show that he really had an eye injury. Nobody would have believed him. And Jamal Charlo, oh my God, he's ducking Tim Tszyu. He had a cast on. Oh, we don't believe it. Oh, Ryan Garcia had a hand surgery. Oh, he's a diva. Oh, Teofimo Lopez got sick with George Cambosa. 3 medical doctors with license in New York City. You know that doctors won't lie. They will not lose their medical license for Teofimo Lopez. But no, nobody wanted to believe it because in the sport of boxing, Kid, also, you got to learn this right quick because you already know I'm a big bro. I'm a big bro. Consider me big bro because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. And senior, don't let my truth get in the way of support and friendship, because you don't want yes men around you. You want people gonna hold that's going to support you, but tell you the truth, hold you accountable. If you don't want none of that, I don't want to be part of nobody, right? You gotta understand that the boxing world, boxing fans pay to see another man strip the health of another man. A human strip the health from another human. The last thing that the boxing world and the fight fan cares about is health. So that's why when they be like a fighter is sick, the boxing fans, they don't care. If the fighter break a hand during camp, they don't care. If they sprain an ankle, shoulder, they don't care. People, they ain't care about Manny Pacquiao's shoulder. They ain't care about Canelo Alvarez just had elbow surgery leading up to the fight. No, Terrence Crawford whoop your ass. That's the way that people don't give a damn. That's the way that the boxing world is. So going into an interview, trying to justify why y'all pulled out from the fight, knowing how the boxing world feels about what happened in February, because to be honest, all I said after that, after all that drama, after all that controversial, after all these boxing content creators going at him, the Twitter accounts and stuff like that, to the point where even the kid Austin, dad, that he's the one that owned the accounts in Twitter, he had to turn off the notifications, he had to turn off the comment section because he couldn't take the heat. You couldn't take the heat, right? So you know it bothers you. So why engage? You don't want to engage because you don't want people to engage with you. You know you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt because of what transpired with the Shakur Stevenson. But in the interview with Mill City, you was going back to that situation. And then you calling out Shakur like, oh, Shakur is scared. No, that Shakur conversation, don't talk about Shakur. Because y'all didn't look good with Shakur. Matter of fact, leading up to the Shakur fight years ago, that was Kid Austin's idol. And then when you got the opportunity, y'all got sick. Y'all came with so many excuses that made Deontay Wilder look like an angel in terms of excuses. All right? And y'all never showed no proof, just like Deontay Wilder never showed no proof of the dented skull. Right? Remember that? So me as a supporter going to tell you, shut the F up. Cállate la maldita boca, my friend. And you Dominicans, right? You Dominicans, cállate la maldita boca, mi hermano, all right? It's not working good, right? So, that Shakur conversation, Shakur got you on there. Don't talk. The Shakur conversation is you're not going to win nothing. Ain't nobody 90, hey, yo, let me tell you, 100% of the boxing fans, whether they're fans of yours or not, going to be like, do not touch that Shakur subject. All right? Y'all don't got no credibility in that Shakur subject no more. All right? Leave that alone. It's not Kid Austin then. Dad, leave it alone, bro. Leave that alone. Now, in the same interview, he was talking about that. He race baited. Now you know how we've been feeling about race baiting in this community. And I never met Floyd Schofield Sr. using the race card. He was always been neutral. If you look at back in all because I'm gonna say it like this, he always been neutral because he knows that Kid Austin, especially in Texas, got a lot of Latino fans as well. His fans is very multicultural. So then now I'm listening to certain interviews and there's always this, oh, Lomachenko is only going to make it to the Hall of Fame because he's white, because his skin complexion. Because the only reason why Lomachenko was getting title shots was because of his skin complexion and top rank. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that at least, ladies and gentlemen, what you rather have? A fighter that has an amateur background like Vasily Lomachenko enters the pros and go straight for competition, or you want a fighter that gets you 20 fights, meaningless fights, knowing that it's just there for him to just take out, knock out, collect money and stuff like that, just take out, knowing that he's going to knock this guy out for 17, 20 fights. That's what we don't want that. We want guys to work quick If you got a great amateur background like Shakur Stevenson, look how many fights he had before getting a title shot. Look at Teofimo Lopez. Look at Vasily Lomachenko. Look at Bivol. Look at Beterbiev. Look at Usyk. That's the way that it should be. That's the way that it should be. Not rank a bunch of like 15, 17, 18 fights of nothing. Right? That's why a lot of people criticize Jerome Boots Ennis. It's taking him a long time to now get into the level of his contemporaries in which he debuted it the same year he debuted it. Vasily Lomachenko, he's saying that Shakur Stevenson never beat nobody. He's saying these guys never beat nobody. He's always saying that everybody never beat nobody. Always trying to look at everybody's resume. But who did y'all beat? Who did y'all beat? If nobody beat nothing, why you want? Okay, now how about y'all would have fought Shakur and beat Shakur? Then Shakur never beat nobody. Then who y'all beat? Who y'all beat? If Gervonta Tank-Davis never beat nobody, and then y'all beat Gervonta Tank-Davis, then who y'all beat? See, this is the problem in America, that this hate of trying to devalue and disrespect everybody's work. Let me say it like this. Shakur Stevenson, a three-division world champion, unified the titles in the super featherweight division. When Oscar Valdez beat Miguel Bachet, who was the boogeyman, and Oscar Valdez was the man and was listening to the pound for pound. Shakur Stevenson beat Canso Xiao. When Canso Xiao was heading to the pros, he was top 3 amateur in the world of boxing when he turned pro. They was looking at Canso Xiao, Felix Verdejo, and Teofimo Lopez. Let's not act like we don't know the sport of boxing, all right? Let's not act. Jamel Herring is good. Let's not forget that Roach lost to Jamel Herring. Roach gave Gervonta Tank-Davis a run for his money. Let's not forget that Gervonta Tank-Davis beat Mario Barrios, and even Manny Pacquiao and Q from Tom Thurman couldn't drop him. So let's not act like these guys are just beating nobodies, all right? You got to get to the position. You in the position right now, and I believe that Kid Austin have the intangibles to actually give Shakur, to give everybody in 135, even Tang, a run for their money. I always believe in Kid Austin's skills and talent, but this knocking everybody else is shit. Everybody is garbage. Everybody never fought nobody. Deja la vaina, mi hermano. Huh? You just making it harder for your son that when he does something great, that nobody's going to say that is great. Because if these guys haven't done nothing, why are you calling them out? Well, I don't like the model of tearing somebody down to build yourself up. Nah, that's insecurities. I'd rather talk my ish competitively wise without devaluing you, because when I fight you and I beat you, my win is not devalue. I get the 100% credit. That's a smart way to do it. Oh, T.O. and all that and stuff like that. He's a 2-time lineal champion by the age of 25. Stop it, bro. Stop. Just because a lot of people in this community right now is shitting on y'all, and that's not really about Kid Austin, because in the end of the day, after the win, after the situation with Shakur Stevenson, all he had to do, especially in the sport of boxing, because everything gets wiped out. Everything gets wiped out, right? We turn the page as soon as you fight a fight and have a spectacular performance, just like Kid Austin did in knocking out Tevin Foreman in the first round. After that fight, ain't nobody was talking about Shakur Stevenson's situation. Nobody was talking about the Shakur. That's it. Clean slate. But you bring that situation right back into, and now everybody talking about the Shakur Stevenson. Now Shakur Stevenson is tapping into that situation. Now y'all looking like clowns out here, bro. And that's why I'm telling y'all, it's Punch Run Boxing. Shut the F up. And for the other boxing content creators that y'all support and maybe go to, because they going to give you the benefit, they going to give you the mic and you say whatever you want to say, and there ain't going to be no pushback. All right? That's not the way Punch Run Boxing work. If you want Mill City to interview y'all and y'all keep your mouth, and he keeps his mouth shut and he don't want to push back and say that, that's on Mill. That's his business. Hey, he got more views than me. He's more successful than me in Punch Run Boxing, so I can't even say how he does his work. All I'm saying is, don't insult the intelligence of the boxing fans. All right? Have respect enough to not insult the intelligence. And I'm not saying that the boxing fans sometimes doesn't or over-exaggerate in critiquing y'all. All I'm saying that Kid Austin in this community, before that Shakur Stevenson, was one of the most appreciated young fighters coming up. Kid Austin was liked. Kid Austin doesn't have the heart, doesn't have the attitude to be disliked or hated. In America, we need to stop creating this villain, because you think it's gonna sell. Kid Austin has the intangibles, the skill set that his hands will do the selling. Kid Austin is very likable. He's in precision. He's with a good team. You've done an incredible job, senior. You've done an incredible job in terms of moving your son and putting and you know what I'm saying, investing your money and all of that. There's certain things just don't talk about because you're not gonna win that count. You're not gonna win the public perception. It's Punch Drunk Boxing. You let me know. Let me know if I'm keeping it real. Let me know that I'm lying. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.